Hey guys, we got some brand new stuff to show you.
Stick around.
You'll like it.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
It's good to see you guys again.
If you're new here, I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're Avery Street Design Studio.
We are.
So today, we're very excited. We've got two new things to make that we haven't seen anywhere, so it's going to be good.
We found a resource of never before seen stuff, stuff nobody we know has ever built.
We haven't seen them on Pinterest or Etsy, so they're new products.
And we're going to keep them secret so you guys don't know what they are, but we're going to show you how to build all this stuff.
Yes, and we'll show you the complete project, pricing, everything at the end, so stick around.
You have no choice but to watch.
Yes.
So we're going to get started.
Yep, let's get started.
Okay, this project, the dimensions are 36 by 21 by 8. It's a shelf. We'll just get that out there. We are using pallet wood as usual because it's free. This may be a project you want to buy material for. You could get it pretty cheap. I mean, if you start putting bought material together, you could probably do it for 20 bucks. So, as usual, we're doing pallet wood. I'm gonna start gluing up some panels. These are going to be 22 by, well, they'll end up being more than 12, but we need 21 by 12. So that's what we're striving for right now.
It's not just going to be any ordinary shelf, though. It's very interesting.
This is cool.
Yes. Gonna have to find a place at home where I can hang it because I love it.
Yeah, and we're gonna do some Xtool work on this one too.
Yes.
Which is super exciting.
Show you a different way to use your Xtool.
This would be, if you don't have an Xtool, this would be awesome. Just doing a little bit of wood carving because it's there.
Yes.
But you'll see, it's awesome. So we're gonna glue up our panels. If you're doing pallet wood, there's gonna be a lot of gluing. I don't know how you guys feel about that. We don't mind it.
So your only expense is glue. That's pretty good.
Glue's cheap.
It is. Used to be cheaper, but
like
it's still
everything else in the world. So we're gonna do 3 of these panels, and we're gonna let them dry, and we'll get them planed down, and we'll start working on the other pieces of the shelf. Okay, our stuff is starting to be dry, so we're gonna start with the, I guess you'll call these the separators. They are going to be 21 tall by 12, so we're gonna rip them down to 12 inches, and then we're gonna run them through the planer to get them smoothed out. Okay, we've got the boards planed down. We're going to cut them down to length at 15 inches, and then we're going to glue all of these pieces together to make one solid piece. Using every single clamp that I have in the shop today. All shapes and sizes. If you were to build this, like I said before, building it out of new wood would probably be the quickest way. But making it out of pallet wood is even more impressive. Alright, we're just weigh it down so it doesn't buckle. Okay, all of our parts are dry for the shelf. We're going to start straightening up the ends and getting them cut down to the right length and width. Had a huge knot hole pop out when they got planed, which is awesome. Alright, we're going to cut the top and the bottom at 8 inches wide, and then we'll move to the dividers. We're going to make these 6.5. Okay, before we put everything together, I'm going to do a little routed edge on the bottom side of the top. See that edge? It's really good. Okay, now we're going to start putting the cabinet together. Do a little bit of gluing and nailing. Terrible glue line. Now we can put the top and the bottom on. When we put the top on, the decorative side goes underneath like that. And we're going to leave about a 1/2 inch overhang on the sides. All right. Okay, we've got the dividers laid out There's about 10 3/4 inches in each space, and we're going to nail them into place. The math on these was just as agonizing as you might expect it was.
If there are any young people out there watching and you want to be a woodworker when you grow up, make sure you pay attention to math class.
It matters.
It's very important.
It is. So these are the designs we did on the Xtool, and she has drawn kind of a rough outline for the piece. When we get the one cut out, we'll transfer it over onto the one below it. And we've also got 2 corner pieces that go on the outer edge of the top. So we're going to cut those out now. Okay, we've got the fancy stuff cut out, and I'm making a couple 1.5 inch wide pieces to go on the face of the dividers. So this is where we're at. I'm making 4 of them, pardon me. Okay, these are the pieces that are going to go on the face of the dividers, and the fancy pieces intersect with them. Yeah, so what we're having to do, I need about 1 more hand. We're gonna cut out that little piece of the face to fit the fancy part.
So they fit flush together.
Yep, so it all runs. These are the same thickness and everything, so it'll just flow right together. Here is where we're at. I've got the face pieces carved out to match the fancy parts.
He did that on the bandsaw.
I did. I didn't think you guys would want to see that. It was boring, very uneventful. Nobody got hurt.
Not this time, anyways.
No. I'm just gonna fit them together. Alright, give them a nail. Should I nail that? In the middle?
I think the glue will be fine, don't you?
I don't know.
I'm going to make an executive decision and think the glue will hold. Okay. If it won't, then we can put a nail in it later.
All right. That was too much. I can promise you've never seen anybody build this before. We've got tons of new projects like this that nobody's ever done before.
Well, as far as we know.
I don't think they have. I think it needs a nail. This is gonna pop up.
Okay, we're putting a nail in the middle.
Yep, I overrode the executive decision.
I'm standing on the table again, you guys. There was no other way to get this shot except overhead.
This is what we do to get you guys your content.
Nice.
Right.
I guess you could call these little, I don't really know what these things are called, but like a reverse carving. Instead of being raised, it's
The ones
sunken.
we are basing these off of were probably done on a CNC machine.
Yeah, we don't have a CNC
The
machine.
Xtool comes mighty close, but it doesn't do the negative parts of the carvings like a CNC machine would do.
Or maybe it does, we just don't know how to do it yet.
I don't know if it does.
Like
or
we
not.
could have carved or lasered around the design and not in
Yeah.
it. I don't know. We'll have to work on that.
Yep. And we're gonna put a nail down through the top to hold that in place. Okay, the last piece of the little cabinet we have to do, we made some corbels on the Xtool. We made it on 4 separate pieces and burned the design into them. They are mirror images of each other. So these are about 1 inch thick. I've cut them out on the bandsaw. I spared you guys the boring part of that. And we're going to attach them to each other to make one solid piece, and these are going to go up underneath the cabinet. So I'm just going to put the last couple together, and then we'll get on to finishing the cabinet. There's no limit to what you can do with the Xtool, apparently. We're going to figure out a way to do the negative carving with it. I just haven't sat down and tried to figure it out. Where these parts will be raised and the background will be lower. Alright, and then we'll just fill the little seam and fill the nail holes and get them sanded. Okay, we're gonna attach the corbels to the bottom of the shelf. I'm just gonna put some glue and some really long finish nails. I'm gonna try not to mess this up. go.
Nice.
We did it. Okay, now the fun part. We're going to finish the cabinet. We're going to use Varthane Provincial oil stain.
You just really outdid yourself on this one. It's just really pretty. Submission time!
Yay! Here it is, y'all. We had 3 this week.
Yes, good week.
2 of them are Christmas themed.
Yes.
So we're going back to Christmas. The first one is Rick and Glenda Jones.
Thank you, Rick and Glenda.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. They did the little puzzle piece reindeer.
Yes.
The string of Christmas bulbs. And the hot cocoa tray.
And they look amazing.
They do. You guys did a fantastic
10 times
job.
better than ours.
They're really
you
good.
guys are talented. Thank you.
Excuse me. The next one is Becky and Jerry Hewitt. Thank you, Becky and Jerry.
Yes.
They did a skinny stocking holder, different from the one we did, but still equally as cool.
It turned out great.
She said she's going to be building another one this coming year for her next set of grandkids. So we look forward to seeing it.
Love the grandkids.
Love them. And then our third one is an all-star submissioner,
yes.
Mark Pemberton.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. He was quick on this one and did the tiny planner.
Yes.
Hadn't even been a week yet, so good on you, Mark.
Looks great.
You did a great job. You guys want to participate as usual?
Yep.
Here is our email address. Send us a message in the comments. Tell us why you're sending us the message.
Yes.
We get a ton of emails, so we would love to see your stuff, so send it in.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Okay, project number 2. We're going to build a pair of these are cedar candle holders. They are 4-sided pyramids with a little thing on the top for the candle. This one is 30 inches tall. The pair is going to be 24 inches and 30 inches. So there's a lot of little bitty cuts and a lot of angles to this. I've built one to show you what it looks like, and we're going to build the second one for you on camera. Okay. We're digging into our mountain of cedar scraps for this one. I'm cutting the strips at 1 5/8 inches, and it's going to take a bunch of them, so that's where we're at right now. I'm just going to start cutting them up. Okay, the bottom row is the one where you get your layout either right or wrong. The first one took a little bit of thinking, but it got straightened out. All the angles going up the side are 7 degrees. So we're going to cut 7 degrees from long end to long end at 11 inches. Now these are going to be the outside of the angle, I guess. And then we're going to do 2 pieces that are 2 inches wide. And those are going to be 10 inches from long to long. You'll see where I'm going with this in a minute. Okay, as you've noticed, there's a ton of cutting in this project. Once you get them all cut, it's really easy to put them together, but we're going to start with the bottom course of pieces, all the angles. We've got two that are 1 3/8 inches, these are 2 inches. The 2 inches is going to be what holds it together starting out. So we're going to set our skinny pieces out. We're going to put our wide pieces inside of them, and we're going to start attaching each one.
So you cut the front and back pieces.
Yep.
But you still need to cut the
Yeah, well, for now all I could cut was the front and the back. We've got to get the measurements for the inside pieces once we get it started. So there will be way more cutting here in a minute. Alright, I've got some glue on the inside of the skinny piece, and we're going to start attaching the skinny one to the wide one. We just got some 3/4 inch nails.
You sound very nasal
Yeah,
today.
I'm all stuffed up.
Yeah. Aaron has a cold, y'all.
Yeah, again. Alright.
Grandkids have been staying with us, and you know, when kids are around, you get sick all the time.
Yep. Now this is the foundation for our pyramid.
These all are really cute. They will look good sitting on a back patio.
Yep.
Or you can have them inside. They'll be sanded,
Yeah.
of course, and stained, but they'll be beautiful.
Yep. Alright, so we're going to start with our second row of the outside. You can see how those line up. The long point sits on the short point of the one below it. We're just going to add some glue. Sing it if you know it. Alright, now we got a bunch more cutting to do. Now that we have our measurement here, we need, just like the outside, the inside are all going to be this measurement to the one below it. So we got a bunch more cutting to do. It's 9.5. Alright. So as we work our way up the triangle, the next row above, this is the bottom row, the second row, the long point ends up at the short point. Does that make sense? This is the length of the row above it. So every time you move up, this is the measurement. Idiot. And the way I'm measuring it is I'm taking the one below it and lining it up with the long point. And that didn't work. Yeah, it did. Okay, let's see what I'm doing here. See how those... It's not because it's angles, it's a lot of pieces.
Maybe we should have named our channel The Unsure Woodworker.
Yeah. So every time I cut a new row, I'm using the last row to measure the next row. Alright, now we can start putting the whole thing together.
You can make these a set of 2, or you could even make them a set of 3 and make one third one that's smaller than these 2,
Yep.
which would also look really good.
Yeah, we were gonna do a set of 3, but that would be like a 2-hour video.
Yeah.
So we decided on just 2. But doing one of these out of one piece of fence picket, I mean, that's, you know, get any more cost effective than that.
Yeah.
That's not right.
What are they, like $3.98?
$3.48 right now.
$3.48 right now?
Yep.
The price fluctuates all the time,
Yep.
but, you know, and then turn around and make a really good profit on
Yeah.
them.
What do these sell for, the set?
For a set of 3, it'd be like $150.
Yeah, that's pretty good money.
So if you did 3 fence pickets for 3 candle holders,
Yep.
doing math in my head, you guys, that's like $10.50.
Yep.
Turn it into $150. That's really good. Of course, glue, nails, stain, but you know, if you already have that stuff and you've already accounted the cost for those things in other projects, so they've already been paid for, then yeah, it's just the pickets.
Yeah, these are scraps that have been paid for years now. They've just
Oh
been
yeah,
sitting here.
we've needed some really good scrap cedar
Yep.
projects.
Every day we have more.
Well, we've built a whole shed out of them.
Yep. In the greenhouse.
A greenhouse that's almost done.
Yep. Okay, we've got the pyramid as tall as we want it. We're gonna put a plug in the top here so we can nail on the part that goes around the candle. So I just cut 2 pieces of wood that fit right inside that hole, and I'm gonna staple one to the other one so I can hold on to it while I nail it into the tower here. Okay, now we're just gonna hold on to the top one while we nail the bottom one in.
Smart.
Yeah, I tried it the other way
And
with
it fell
the
in.
first one, it didn't work. So we're gonna do it like this. Okay, now we're gonna cut the pieces for the top. So we're still cutting at the same, what is that, 7 degrees. And we've got one end cut. We're gonna go back over there and measure on the tower where to make the second cut. One for the front, one for the back. They're going to be the same size. So I'm just going to line up my blade with that mark. And now we got two of them. And these on the very top are upside down from all these. You can see the angles are going the opposite direction. So I'm just going to glue that.
Like an upside down pyramid on top.
Put that there and we'll just nail them in. And now we need to find the measurement for the other two pieces. We'll do the same with the other side. Alright, we're gonna finish the candle towers here. Same color, provincial. It's just very straightforward, very easy. Wipe it on, wipe it off.
If you've never stained before, it's probably the easiest thing you can do. Just put on some gloves, grab a brush, excuse me, or a rag or a sponge and slap it on there and then wipe off the excess. Yep. We've had some comments before of someone who had not stained before and was kind of intimidated by it. Excuse me.
Yeah, this is the least intimidating thing you can do.
Yeah, and if you feel like it doesn't look good or you messed up, you can just sand it right back off.
Most stain sands off relatively easy. The darker colors take a little longer, but it comes off.
There's a really cool stain and paint technique that we should show you sometime. It's staining something, then sealing it, then using Vaseline on just places you want it to be distressed. It makes it very chippy.
Yep. You
paint over it and then wipe off the chipped paint. Yep. If that's something you guys would be interested in seeing, drop a comment below and let us know so we can make a video of it.
Hashtag comment, y'all. Excuse me. There it is. Very easy.
All right, guys, you can see me over the shelf. Yeah. These are the two items we did this week. I absolutely love this shelf. It turned out so gorgeous, way better than I even imagined.
Yeah, very cool.
Yes.
We did the We only showed you one building of the candle holders,
Yep.
But we did a set of 3 just so you can see how we found them sold.
Yes.
They come in a set of 3, 31, 24, 18.
Yeah.
Those are the sizes.
We would sell those for about $125,
Yeah.
which is a great profit.
Yep. These were all made out of scrap. We didn't spend a thing on these.
No.
Once you get the layout going, they go together really fast.
Yeah.
So, really good, never seen before product.
Yes.
Here.
They're going to be really cool with a nice, thick, tall pillar candle sitting in them.
Yep.
We're gonna get some finish that is outdoor.
Spar varnish or
weatherproof,
something.
Yeah. To seal them with, so that we can set them outside on our patio. They'll be really pretty.
As long as the wind doesn't blow them away. They'll
Yeah.
end up against the fence at some point.
That's right.
Yep. And then we did the cabinet.
Which is totally made out of pallet wood.
100%.
The only thing that's not is the corbels, and it was some of the clearance wood that we bought for the cars we did at Christmas. So we paid $3 for a huge
Over a 12 foot. Yep.
Yeah, so
If you want to call that investment, there's $3 worth of wood in
well,
here.
not even.
Yep.
Maybe 50
Oh,
cents.
yeah, not even 10 cents worth of wood.
Yeah, and of course we laser engrave the stuff with our Xtool's laser engraver.
We'll put the link in the description.
Yes.
Check them out. You guys need to pick one up. It's awesome.
And we would sell this for about $150.
I might do 200 on this
Yeah.
one just because it's cool.
It is. Yeah, it is just. I can't believe it used to be pallets.
Yep.
So.
We'll show you a finished picture hanging on the wall after this.
And if you notice, we're in a different setting for our exit of our video. Today is Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday. I promised my 6-year-old granddaughter we would have a spa day.
I'm very excited about that. Yes.
We decided to just film this here at
Yeah.
work.
So there's that.
Yes.
So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with anybody you think might like it. It really helps us out.
It does.
We got some new cool stuff coming up next week.
Yep.
For Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, yes.
So that'll do it for this one.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank you
guys
guys
watching. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.